Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
Yeah. What's up, y'all?
Good.
Mr. Man Cave on the show.
Good morning.
Wake your ass up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
It's officially the Man Cave
on the show.
Very happy to be here. Very, very happy to be here.
Yes. It's the Man Cave on the show.
See my boy back.
Yes, in the building.
Let me do these introductions.
Hey.
To my right here next to me.
You know who it is.
My man 50 Grand.
Yes.
We did it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Smooth P.
On the ones and twos.
In the building.
No doubt.
Straight and smooth.
Into the far right. The dude that gets a little rude.
Yes, he do.
Especially when he's in a bad mood. We call him Deacon Will. Deacon Will.
Get in. Wu-Tang is for the children.
Yes. A.K.A. Thirsty Jenkins.
Very, very thirsty. And in the middle, you know we got my man 50 Grand, the one like master plan. We call him the General.
Salute.
In the
Chief
building.
Bottle washer extraordinaire.
On the General in the building. All right.
Humbly scoring on the General at your service.
Yes.
Salute. Man, it's going to be an interesting show today. But before we even go there, shout out to everybody watching us live right now on YouTube. To everybody watching us live on Twitter and Periscope. Shout out to everybody watching us live right now on Ustream. Salute to everybody watching us live on the mother site, WBKS1.com. Go there, start going there and watching the show. Trust me. Shout out to everybody watching us live right now on Facebook. You know we love you. And salute to everybody listening to us live on that TuneIn app. If you don't have the TuneIn app, go get it. Download it. It's free.
It's free, man.
It's on every phone. It's on more phones now than iHeartRadio.
That's right.
And BKS1 is on the TuneIn app.
That up.
No doubt. Let's get some love for people on the check-in.
Yes. On the check-in this morning, we got Paul Joseph Williams.
Yes.
We got Anthony Williams.
Yes.
We got, what's up, Kiss on the way.
Pamela Michelle Harmon.
Dorothy Norman Rucker.
Yes.
Who else we got right there? Scroll down.
Lucretia Bellamy, a.k.a. Linus.
Yes, Linus.
Wow.
In the building. Patricia Shell Givens. What's up?
Yes.
Cass Minor just joined also.
Akisa, get your butt here.
Yes. Sir. And everybody else who's trickling in. We want to thank you guys for joining us today on the Man Cave Morning Show. You know what I'm saying? Without you guys, there could be no us. So we definitely appreciate you guys.
Clap it up for you all.
Yes.
We got more love. Shout out to Dwayne Gilchrist. Sandy B. What's up?
Sandy B.
What's up? Rhonda. Good morning. Good morning, Captain Allen.
Salute.
Yes. My sis Patricia Shell Givens on the check-in.
Yeah.
Andrea Staten on the check-in. What's up, sis? What's good? Cass Minor on the check-in. Good morning. All right, we're going to talk about some things y'all already know, how we get down on the Man Cave Morning Show. So again, we're going to clap it up for everybody.
Yeah.
Trickling in. And again, shout out to my peoples, man. I wish my peoples on Twitter and Periscope could jump on the FB thing. I'm sorry we don't read all your comments from Twitter and Periscope.
But we love you guys.
You anyway.
Yeah, we see you.
And we'll start getting somebody on the check-in with YouTube as well.
Yes.
But today we're going to talk about several different things on the Man Cave Morning Show. And one of the topics is Does today's women
really respect chivalry and the nice guy?
Does today's women really respect chivalry and the nice guy? Do y'all? Let's keep it 100. Some of y'all say y'all want a nice guy. Some of y'all talking about chivalry's dead, but y'all really want that? Do y'all really want that?
Did you kill it?
Also, what we're going to talk about is gossip between friends also becomes gossip about you. Watch your inner circle.
Yes.
Do you have one of these stories? We like y'all to share with us on the Man Cave Morning Show. Right?
Yes.
Because I know one of y'all got a story about, you know what I'm saying? You know, somebody you was telling all your business to, whatever. And, you know, this is my girl, this is my friend, whatever. And she took all your business and made it somebody else's business. And put it out there to somebody else. Now, everybody knows your little inner secrets. So we're going to talk about that today on the Man Cave Morning Show.
Yes,
right?
yes.
I know y'all got a story. I know y'all do. But also a lot going on too. Current events and different things that we're gonna speak on. And you know we have what would you do if? Now what would you do if you was in and Wu brought this to my attention. What would you do if you was in well, I know you wouldn't be in a nail salon, or maybe you might be.
With your girl,
getting your feet done, or getting a manicure. Men get manicures.
I've done that with my wife.
No, but men get their nails done too.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's happening.
Pedicure.
Yeah. Right. So, ladies, say if you was in, you know, in our. I'm just going. I'm not being racist, but it's just I'm being honest. So most of the nail salons are owned by Asians.
Yes,
right. Most of them.
Yes.
Some we got some African Americans that own some hair salons too. But most that I see, that I run across, usually, you know, Korean or Chinese or Asian descent.
Some of the Asian descent.
You know what I'm saying? And what would you do if you was sitting in there and you were getting your nails done, whatever, and then the owner or one of the Asian women doing your nails or whatever says something racist, you know, or came out their mouth and said, well, you know, black people don't usually take care of their children, or black people don't such. Like, how would you respond? One, of course, would you be offended? Of course you would. But how would you respond? How would you handle that? So that's our what would you do if today.
Yeah.
And we're gonna run a clip.
Okay.
And then I want y'all response. All right, Man Cave Morning Show. Let's get it.
Let's go.
It doesn't matter. African American people, they're still the same exact thing. Us African American people are coming here giving you our money though, and you.
I didn't say nothing about wrongful ethnic. I said.
You did. You did. You did. You insulted us. You said that every rapper is in a gang, and you also said that black people cuss and don't know how to raise their kids.
No, I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You asked me what I do for a living. I told you I work for DCF. You said that there's a lot of help needed in the community. I don't help just black people. I help white people too. Every people of every color.
I watched Oprah Winfrey.
But what is watching Oprah Winfrey doing? You said history talks about African American people. You opened the door for the conversation. Now you don't want to talk about it anymore. Because black women come in here and give you their black money, correct? It's no issue there as long as we're ignorant and give you money to pay for us to get our nails and feet done. When black women are educated and they can open a nail shop and paint those pretty black women's fingers.
There's a lot of African American community that have big salons, big barber shop, banking. But by majority, the orange that does now, they are lower level of living. By majority, that's very true.
Nothing's going on. He's just the ignorant. He can freely speak his mind.
Clap it up for the sister. I'm gonna clap it up for the sister. Okay. So, wow, she seemed upset, but she handled that.
Yeah, very eloquently.
Yeah. She handled that well. I'm curious how many ladies out there, if you was in the, if you was minority and you heard this, how many of y'all and left? How many of y'all would have reacted like the young lady of the clip that we just played? What would you have done?
Well, I'm not a young lady, but
yeah,
I could tell you that after I corrected them, such as the young lady did, and it would have been eloquently also, but it probably would have been a little more angrily. I would have left. I would not have patronized them. I would not have given them any of my money. See, that's one thing about me and the way that I've been as of late. Well, I can't say as of late. I've been this way most of my life as I've been making my own money for a long time. If I perceive that you don't deserve my money, I will not give you my money. I will cut you off for whatever your service is. If it's clothing, if it's food, if it's this, if it's that. If I deem you unworthy for my hard-earned money because of your lack of respect of, me as a person or my people, I will cut you off in a heartbeat, and I will tell it to the moon. I will tell everybody. Does everybody ride with you? A lot of times people know, because you know what? People will never ride with you. I won't say people, but a lot of people will never ride with you until they have the experience. And then it's like, oh, you know what? And you look at them sideways like, well, didn't I tell you about them already? Yeah, I know, but, it ain't never happened to me before. But now it happened. Now it's a big deal because it happened to them. So my thing is, we have to recognize, for one, that the perception of us as black people, African American, whatever you want to call us, the perception of us by everyone else is so skewed by what this gentleman said. He's going off of rappers. He's going off for, they go off for music videos. They go off for movies. They take all this stuff that depict us in a negative light, and they think that that's black people. That's everyone.
Every rapper is a drug dealer.
Every rapper's a drug. Like, where did you get that? Where did you get that from?
Oh, maybe because Jay-Z was a drug dealer, and
but you know what?
Vert's a drug dealer. No, I'm saying, but look.
I'm the devil's advocate.
But I'm just saying.
No, we just gotta have conversations on the radio.
I'll even take that. But
yeah.
There's always a but to everything. But if you want to take that, if you want to take that and run with it, then let's look at every other culture that was built on illegal activities, whether it's drugs, whether it's prostitution, whether it was alcohol, whatever it was, that people have taken that money, that the ill-gotten gains, and turned it into something positive. So if that's the case, we might as well shut down America.
Now let's talk
the
about
United States.
Let's talk about supporting these businesses. So
yes.
Okay, so now even taking it back to the salon or whatever, I know if I would have heard that, whatever. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. My behavior has changed, and I told y'all the story about there's this chicken spot, right? There's this chicken spot that I go to, and I frequent a lot to go get my chicken for events and whatever like that. So I'm probably putting it out there who it is for the people that know me. So you already know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So when I went to do, he came to me talking about advertising and promoting.
He spoke to me.
So, but when and he was telling me that he's going to change his location because the city is about to do this to where he's at and about to block people off or whatever. And he was like, yeah, like nobody, once they block me off and people got to walk around, like I'm gonna lose customers. He was like, and you know how your people are.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah, he did. He did. And he's like, I think he's probably Middle Eastern or something.
Yes,
but he's like, you know how your people, you people are. You lazy. You guys are lazy.
Oh, did he say that?
Yes, exactly.
What?
Exact wording. Exact wording.
Cut off.
And then so then I kind of looked at him. And I just I shrugged my shoulders, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not going to want to walk all the way around and blah 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 blah." And I was just like, "Okay, all right. The chicken is good.
Yeah, not that good.
The deal is good." So I thought about it after a while, and I spoke to my wife about it, whatever like that, and then wifey said what she said, and but I noticed myself. My natural, what you call it, the reflexes?
Yeah, inclination.
Yeah, made me not go there as much. And I stopped going there as much, right? And I did.
I'm glad you told me.
No.
I won't go there.
No, but I did. I stopped going there as much because I'm like, well, like, we not that lazy enough to come in and buy your chicken. So we ain't too lazy. You know what I'm saying? We finding places to park and doing this and walking out and carrying, you know, big things of chicken, whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? So we not too lazy, you know, and
Wow.
So that, you know, that coming from the owner,
wow,
made me feel some type of. We wasn't working. Now, if one of his workers said that,
yeah,
I probably
still
wouldn't
have been bad. I mean, it would have been bad, but
yeah,
you wouldn't have.
But I still would frequent.
Yeah.
But this is the owner mentality, right?
Wow.
So even like the bad experience, I'm not gonna put them on blast because they said some great things about us with who you had an experience with. So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
right?
I know exactly.
So like even if you had told me the owners came at you a certain way or did or whatever like that,
yeah,
I probably would treat that place different too. But because it was a worker,
no, it was an owner.
Huh?
It was an owner.
It was one of the two
I told you that. Yeah, we went there.
brothers. All right, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Because I speak to them on a frequent, and it's always love, and there's always love for the station. But we'll talk about that. But what I'm saying is, they have to start respecting our dollar.
Exactly, and that's my point.
And that's the thing. We spend a lot of money, man.
Yes.
Nikes, hair salons. We go to the doobie spots. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, African American women go to the Latino doobie spots and spend money or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We go to the Korean spots and this and in the corner stores that they have, the bodegas and this and that, whatever. We spend money. We spend a lot of money.
We spend more money than anybody else.
And sometimes we downplay how much we play a key role in the economy.
Exactly.
We downplay it.
Yeah.
We play a key role in America's economy.
We are America's,
right? And we don't realize the power we have if we stop patronizing certain businesses that don't respect us, one, and then two, don't respect they respect the dollar.
Exactly. That's the only thing they respect.
More than they respect us.
Yep.
And go ahead, Will.
So as a result of being around you guys, keep it real, you guys have changed my behavior ever since I've become a part of BKS1, because see, now I know that I have a platform. So what I would have done was exactly what the young lady would have done, right? And then call Norm and try to get on the air as soon as I possibly could, right? To show that his ignorance. Now, before BKS1, would have cussed out, would have stormed out there and whatever. Now, insofar as you bring up an interesting point, would I have just got up and walked out? Honest P, probably wouldn't have.
No,
I probably would have continued to get my nails done, filmed it, and said something like, "This is why I will never go to this establishment again. You know, you just messed up, right?" I would have used cause see, he wouldn't have got me with, "You gave me a service, I gave you a service, and you didn't pay me for it," whatever. I'm keenly aware of perception and how it was used. So I would have paid and then said, "This is the last time." For me to go back to my old Dawood ways, I ain't paying for this. Oh, you got a service and you didn't get paid, and and I'm gonna call the police on you.
Yeah.
See, the problem here is the perception of us as a people. We are perceived that way because that's what the media puts out. But, haha, new day. I am part of the media. I am media. It's called BKS1. Right? So I know that I'm powerful. So I use that power to blow the spot up. Number one. Number two, the fact that we frequent businesses that don't support us and malign us is a large issue. This is just simply something that we do. Now, me personally, I'm now getting out of the habit of that. Hanging around Norm, the business owner, to say who owns the business. Where can I go support? I'm not going to get into the issues that I have with us as a people. But after that, we have got to stop supporting people.
Yes, who don't support us.
And two, we gotta hit them financially.
Yes,
we gotta. You know how T.I. every other week T.I. is blowing up a business. That's what you need to do. So as a result of you guys, my little angry black man rant is more intellectual now, right? So I'm going to use my platform to counter, call for protest. No longer come here again, and show people exactly how ignorant they are.
I do have to say, and that was very eloquently put. I do have to say that I did digress this Sunday on a business, something similar to the situation I was telling you guys off air, and I did handle it the way that it probably should have been handled. But this particular gentleman had me so much on fire that I was tired. I had worked all day, literally all day, because I worked my Clark Kent, and then I came in and did a show. So I was already exhausted. The last thing that I wanted was an altercation with someone. But when you look at other races, like I said, how they view us and how they think that it's okay to treat us, it infuriates me to I can't even describe. And I'll just go over. I very quickly will go over the story. What happened? I left the station on Sunday after producing the Dude Show with my man Dennis, and I said, you know what? I'm hungry. Let me go grab me a quick burger before I go home. So I go to one of the local establishments, order my burger. Now, like I was telling these two gentlemen, at this particular location, I'm always cool with at least one person, and usually the head guy, because he's been around. Like there's a bunch of these little eateries that pretty much are affiliated with one another, so you know them from one or another. So I've known them like 20, 30 years, you know. So I always know at least one. But they always have some random, excuse my expression, they always have some random new jackass as the cook. So I order my food. He puts my food on the grill. Another customer comes in and orders a cigar. So he gets the cigar from the gentleman, you know, takes his money, gives him his money back. Then he goes back to go to my food. So I'm like, excuse me, my man, like, you're going to wash your hands right before you go to finish my food, right? Oh, I'm just going to touch the spatula. So then the gentleman who I know tells him in his own language, like, hey, just wash your hands. So he gets immediately, I don't believe this. I'm just going to, and mumbles like, I don't think you're that clean anyway. So I looked at him, I said, what did you just say? You know, it's like, I know that this fool didn't just say what I think he just said. So I immediately, like I said, I'm tired. I immediately ripped him a new one. I probably called him every curse word that there was in the book. Told him he could take that burger himself, what he could do with it, and he could eat it. And then I broke down, like, you know what? You can't come into our community and think that you could do anything because you think the community is what it is.
And that's what happens.
That's what happened. They come into our community and they rape us. They think they could treat us anyway, talk to us anyway, give us any kind of service.
Whose fault is that?
But listen. This is when it comes to
we support that business.
Like, you want the real when it comes to African Americans and Latinos, because we all in the same boat.
Yep.
No pun intended. We all in. It's like just how you get treated. You know, you look $20.
Yeah.
You know,
and I watch them do that to people.
Yo, give me your $20.
Like, what?
You know, or whatever. And you know, it's like at a certain point you get tired of it.
Yes.
You know, you get tired of it, and then, but at the same time, is that our businesses that we own.
Oh, please.
African American and Latinos, we got to step it up. This is why we got to be on point. And I'm sorry to say this, we got to start being more on point with our services.
Yes.
We got to start being more on point with our products. You know, and then we have to kind of, you know, start really looking at where our business is at and try to find these places and go and support them.
Yes.
And this is
yes.
This is the only answer to it, because if everybody's out there like, well, what's the solution to how we're being disrespected and mistreated at these establishments? The solution is don't go there no more.
Yeah.
But then
like I said, we as black business owners also have to do better. At the same time, if we want our people to come and patronize us as business people,
we can say that.
We have to make sure that we handle our business right. If you're a restaurant, it can't be 2 o'clock in the afternoon and you're out of stuff. I'm just being honest, right?
Yeah.
If you're a hairstylist and you have a 8 o'clock appointment, you can't come in at 10. You know what I'm saying? We have to do better as business people. If we are going to run business and we want to attract us,
if your office hours is 9 to 5,
exactly, you
then
can't
you
come
need
in
to
at
be
11.
open 9 to 5.
Exactly.
So 9 to 11:30. Go ahead, Will.
Let me rewind and take. Number one, we're victimizing ourselves. If we didn't support these establishments, they would wither on the vine. Period.
Facts.
Point blank.
Yes.
That's a normism I just said.
Yeah.
As a person that knee jerk supports business and get treated bad, now I don't do that anymore. Right. That's the first thing. The second thing, you guys are kind of not all over the place, but you're raising a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I struggle to support black establishments. Not all, but some. My accountant has a shingle, and on the shingle it says this time. A lot of times the person is not there. Then the number, I have had to get the number like 2 or 3 times.
The telephone number?
Right, because it changes. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm keeping it real. This person does my taxes every year. Right? I won't be here one day next week because I'm getting audited. This is no joke. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Really?
But at the same time, it's like black business support. So knowing what issue are we talking about? So when you're talking about food establishments, okay. I will say the barbershop is on point. Black barbershop is on point.
Most barbershops,
they're
I will give you that.
Yes. They're available, consistent.
Yep. They want that money, and they make that money. Yes.
But eateries and accounting services is shaky. So if we're not offering good business, and as a people, if we're still supporting people that abuse us, what exactly are we talking about here? Because all those establishments that disrespect us wouldn't be there if we don't support them.
Facts.
So whose fault is that? I know I'm not on my England black man rant,
no, you're right.
This is our fault.
I agree.
Like, what are you talking about?
I see there's one business, and again, I'll be nice. I ain't gonna put them on blast. In our city, that's having some problems right now because the business owner actually ratted out 3 other similar businesses. So the backlash is like,
it's actually, not to cut you off, actually that goes deeper into other things, and I'll speak to you about that after the show. But it goes even past those businesses.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Shame on him.
Yes. What do you mean he ratted out? What do you mean?
He ratted out. Basically, he went to the higher ups. You know what I'm saying? The policymakers up in Trenton,
right?
And like basically
put a bug about certain things.
Yeah, put a bug on their ear about how these other businesses, which is his competition,
exactly,
conducts their business.
Yes.
So he basically snitched on them.
Well, that's not street
because
code.
he figured that they were all. Now you definitely gonna have to deal with us.
Exactly.
Deal with.
Because I'm gonna put everybody out of business.
I'm gonna put everybody else out of business by snitching on them. So it actually backfired now.
Yes.
Because we all know you a snitch, and none of us.
Now everybody's like, yo, boycott. Don't go there no more, or whatever like that. And I see a lot of people don't patronize as much.
Yeah, but I was going to say, see, that's the thing about that particular spot, though, because it probably, well, I won't say probably, I'm sure that it took away a part of his client base, but he has a very good,
stable,
loyal
base. because of his nationality.
Yeah,
exactly. You know what I'm saying? So they still support him or whatever like that. But I mean, at the end of the day,
definitely ostracize himself.
Yeah. You don't want to, man. It's like
that's not how you do business.
That's not how you do business, man. And like by getting somebody else shut down or making people not want to deal with them or whatever like that by going and snitching on them, that's only going to backfire on you. And karma is real.
The only thing he actually did is build an alliance against him, because now you have all these other establishments who pretty much were in the same boat who are now probably all gunning, well, we're going to get this guy on something.
And the sad thing about it is, real quick, sad thing about it is like we were even thinking about holding one of our functions. Saying it's like
that won't happen.
It's not going to go down now because I can't even respect you in luck. And I noticed he probably listened to the show, but I can't even respect you as a good business owner now, or even as a man that has to tear down somebody else's situation to make yours look good. I don't respect anybody that does that.
While it sounds to me that this is a local business, right?
Yeah.
And part of the community.
Yeah.
So that model doesn't work with small business. Large businesses do that crap every day.
Yeah.
Snitch,
corporate takeovers,
buy politicians, subterfuge, and everything else. So on the macro level, the larger level, huge Microsoft type corporations, right? You look on your laptop and they're the exclusive person that does the laptop, where they took everybody else out of business.
Yes.
But what you're talking about is a smaller business that's in the community.
Yes.
So what you did affected the community, and the community is slapping back.
Exactly.
So I 100% agree with both of y'all, right? Because it's not just business. In our case, it's community.
Yes.
But when you're talking about large, humongous corporations, man, it's a lot of shenanigans in politics as well. Local politics, more community, more in tune to the community. Large politics. I'm the NRA. I just gave you $1 million to F you. You dig what I'm saying? So, but if you're in the community and you going against the community, that's not a good look.
No.
So that was unwise, and that's certainly not street.
Yeah.
No.
Karma is real. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, man. But
Karma's name is 45. So, karma is real in these streets.
I like that. But I mean, like I said, that whole salon situation, we just got to realize, though, that, like I said, that's how we are looked upon by the rest of the world. You know, and I'm going to be honest, it is our job to change that by us showing that we are intellectual.
Yes.
Showing that we are hard workers, that we are businessmen, businesswomen. We shouldn't have to do all this stuff, but it is our job to show the world that we're not these animals that we're portrayed to be.
Right. But you know what, P? To your point, and Will, let's think about it. Okay, here go me with the DA and the devil's advocate again. So this Asian man basically said what he thought about African Americans, right?
Go ahead.
Now listen, if all you got is BET, if all you have
yourself up, sir,
is Hot 97, right?
Clap
and 105
yourself up, sir.
I'm gonna exclude WBLS because
that's they community based. R&B. Yes,
you know
they can't put BLS in that.
And you know, if all you got is that, right? And let's be honest, you're gonna think all rappers are what? Drug dealers, or all rappers are this, all black people are like this. If that's all the images you have, right? And then if if BT's running Soul Plane 24 hours a day, you know,
I like Soul Plane
for 6 months. I think it's funny too.
That was a funny movie.
But they ran Soul Plane into the ground.
If this is all you're seeing, and then you go on VH1, and then you got Black Ink, and then you got. And again,
all the
make your money. I ain't mad. The Love and Hip Hops. If this is all you have, and you are a foreigner, right, and this is what you're viewing most of the time, right? Because think about how many positive images.
Oh, stop.
Of African American media and television shows that you see.
Please.
Far and few
on TV, right? So if this is all you have, can you actually be mad at what they think until they actually meet somebody like a Dawu or a Smooth P or myself, or you know what I'm saying, or some of y'all listeners out there, whatever, that are good, hardworking, normal people, whatever, you know what I'm saying, that's just trying to survive or whatever like that. So again, that's the flip side to it. So out of these images, you know, we have to start fighting to get more better content, more positive content. It's a fight out there. It's a war out there. You know what I'm saying? Because why doesn't that win? Why do you think a show like Love and Hip Hop ratings is higher than a Roland Martin? You know what I'm saying? TV One. Why do you think those ratings are higher? Because we started accepting and drinking the Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we want to see that train wreck, man. We want to see that train wreck. We want to see chaos. You know what I'm saying? That's entertainment. That has become entertainment for us, you know? And how many actually really tune in to Roland Martin? How many actually tune in to Tavis Smiley when he was on? How many actually tune in to whatever like that? The shows that we no longer have.
So this let me tell you why this is a conversation. This is a deep conversation because number one, listen, propaganda is real. Colors, sounds, sights, tones, It's an industry and it's a science. Okay, when you look at a McDonald's sign, there's a reason that it's red and yellow, etc. When you hear music and it's repetitive, there's a reason why. It's subterfuge, it's mind control, etc. Now that I got it's not even a conspiracy. That's a fact. But I realize that most people don't think about that stuff. Here's the issue with what you're talking about. You see, on one hand, you're saying, listen, you see all of these violent images, and you see all of this crap, and it makes people perceive us. Okay. Black Ink has a cast.
Yes.
Right? And Love and Hip Hop has a cast. Now, on one hand, look, I'm going to get the bag, son. I got to do what I got to do, son. Right? So if you have that mindset, understand perpetuating those type of stereotypes. On the other hand, President Norm, Roland Martin's ratings is this. Martin. Roland Martin's rating is this. Negativity's rating is that. I own a radio station. I need ratings because I need money. Right? So it's like a causality and an infinity loop, right? Where we go back and forth. Our image is being destroyed every day. There's a reason for that. We can have a show about that. You know, I study these type of things. But you have to come to grips with the fact that the way you make money, right, is destroying your own image.
Exactly.
Stop. You got to stop justifying it and own it.
Yeah.
Stop saying, Dawood, you're a goody two shoes. Dawood, you a hypocrite. Dawood, I got to do what I got to do. I got a certain position on this.
Yeah.
But we contribute to those images. Those images, listen, last thing. The reason that we get shot and have nothing on us is because there's an image of us that says when you see black skin, you should be afraid.
You're right.
Whereas a white person that killed 100 people, would you like a donut? Let me let you call your mom. So that says to me that images are powerful. If you're what can I do personally? Not contribute to the image.
You know what's crazy? What you just say, and I seen another journalist, a female journalist, had said this, and having a similar conversation. She was saying it's come to the point now that this is weaponized. Being black is the weapon.
Right.
And like you just said, it's embedded in
the justification for killing us,
that
lynching us,
they're
publicly.
Black, so they're dangerous. Like he just said, you can have just a black man, woman, child just walking down the street doing nothing, and get shot down, and the officer, whoever, get away with it with no cause. Versus, like you said, a white guy could go with the AR-15, shoot up Las Vegas, shoot up churches, shoot up, so like you said, and they're trying
not shot on sight,
not to kill this person.
They're not shot on sight.
Go take them to get a meal and make sure that they're okay.
And nobody calls the cops on them for selling lemonade either.
Here's the thing, right? So when
black is weaponized
again, and I gotta say this, right? So when we talk about the media and who controls it and whatever like that,
yes.
All right. So you cannot say, none of us, right? When we really look at it, we can't say positive African American or positive minority content is not good. It doesn't work. We can't say that because we've seen the success of the Cosby Show.
Yes, most
we've
definitely.
Seen the success of Different World. We've seen the success of A Living Color.
Yes.
We've seen the success of Martin. We've seen the success of My Wife and Kids. You know what I'm saying? We've seen the success of these shows on some major networks, right? So now here's my thing, right? So we got a guideline to go by that it does work.
Yes.
Right? And the thing is, okay, so who do you market it to? So now does today's youth, does today's American and minority generation, do they want to see the same images as the Cosby Show in A Different World and you know, My Wife and Kids or whatever like that, or have, you know, we pushing the envelope so much that it has to be that edgy to the point that it's ratchet and it's disrespectful, and now we rocking with that now. Like we just rocking with that. We accepted it. Now, am I ishing on Love and Hip Hop? No. Am I really ishing on Black Ink? Because I believe there is room for all types of content. You know, especially when you come to comedic, dramatic, you know, you got soap operas or whatever. And I equate Love and Hip Hop to a soap opera.
Yes.
Because that's basically what it has become. Yeah. And it's not reality, really. It ain't real reality, really. But I equate it to a soap opera. You know, and we watch the same thing with Black Ink. It's just a different type of soap opera. So I'm not saying to get rid of these things, but I'm just saying we need more of certain other things.
See, well, this is the problem, because I don't think that today's youth would not want to see those shows or shows similar to that. I think it's the powers that be. The powers that be know that if you keep on, you know, pushing positive imagery, that from positive imagery you get positive imagery, right? If you see shows of, you know, black families where the husband is a doctor and the wife is a, all the kids are in college, you know, they're doing this, they're doing that, and you see all these positive imagery, that's what you get, right? So if we push that into the community, what are we going to get? We're going to get positive people coming, right? If we put these shows of all this ratchetness on there, then what are we going to get? We're going to get ratchet people coming up in the community. So it's all about mind control, because if anybody knows the psyche, the mind, you're only gonna regurgitate what you take in. So if you're always getting positivity in you, positive, you're going to be a positive person. You're going to speak positively, you're going to move positively, you're going to do positive things. If all you have is negative imagery and negative things, you ain't shit, and then that's what you're going to.
Yeah, real quick, let me just go to your point on that.
Yes.
All right, so how many, when we was younger, right, wanted to be like the Fonz?
I did.
Let's keep it
Fonz
real.
is cool. Yeah,
I did.
Cool,
wanted to be like the Fonz. I wanted the leather jacket.
Me, period. He's my idol.
That was basically what? It was basically it wasn't an African American show.
No.
Right?
It was positive though.
Yeah.
But and it was on ABC Network.
Family values.
Now, the equivalent with the Cosby Show being on NBC, Caucasians watched that, Latinos watched it, African Americans watched it, whatever. It was a beautiful thing all across the board, and it was one of the highest rated shows.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying, on their network.
Yes,
which is a beautiful thing. And the same thing, even like how Martin crossed over, right? And certain other shows they had crossed over, whatever like that. And that's the thing right now. It's like we have to get back to making content, and there's so many talented
with us in a positive light
filmmakers out there.
Yeah,
there's so many talented script writers out there, whatever like that. We need something that reaches across the board, that shows us, right, that other nationalities want to watch too.
Exactly.
That other cultures want to watch too, and that's the genius of creating something like a Cosby Show.
Yes,
because everybody across the board was rocking with that show, and we need something like that again. I know everybody across the board is not watching Black Ink, but there's enough of us watching it to where it's one of the top shows on VH1, which is associated with Viacom.
Okay,
the same thing with Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah. So to go back to, you guys are dense today. First of all, there is a conspiracy to dumb us all down through via. That's just the fact.
Music,
we go into that. That's just a fact. Now, let's ask yourself. Just give me a second. The reason that content is the way it is because there's really no competition. Because Viacom is right. There are like 3 companies that run all media sites.
You got a monopoly.
You dig what I'm saying? Whereas back in the monopoly, right, where the Republicans deregulated the FCC, right, and it allowed corporations to do what? To buy. Yeah. So so that's number one. Number 2, en masse media is used to dumb down because an educated populace is going to revolt and say no, we're not going to do this.
Dangerous.
If you look at the condition of that our country's in right now, we have to agree that it's dumbed down, right?
Yes.
Because of what? Because of the monopolies. Because why? Those companies own the politicians. The politicians makes the law. You follow me? So it's just this demonic. Reason that you're seeing that type of demonic energy coming out of Hollywood is because they're monopolies that are controlling blah 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 blah. So I'm all with you for what you're saying. It's not even a conspiracy, right?
Yeah.
These are just facts. So I just wanted to speak to that. Number 1. Number 2, guess what? There will always be pimps, always be hoes. Hoes are always going to make money. Republican, Democrat, if you want to know BKS1. See, hoes are going to always make money. So when you talk about those strumpets, so when you talk about those shows, now individually, do I love the people that are on the show? Yes, just like I can love a hoe if it's my sister. or my ex-girlfriend or my girlfriend that's a hoe. But you still a hoe. You're yourself and you making your money.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Stop.
Selling your soul to the devil.
Look. You a hoe. And you're in the hoe pimp system, which is what entertainment is. You got to decide. Now watch this. Here's the thing. We live in a society that goes, hoes are good. Okay, not hoes are good. We always had them. But hoe culture was not influencing. I said and get to it. It's like a 3-year-old girl twerking.
Yeah.
And her classmates throwing, right?
Jesus.
Throwing money on that thing. Now watch this. When you on
You're
a
in
show
bad
like
state.
when you on a show like you hoeing yourself. Now, just like you said, get the bag, run, hoe, run, right? No, let's keep it real. And now you try to manipulate me by saying, don't speak out against it. You need to understand. You are damaging yourself. Last thing, this show is sponsored by Marlboro's. Do you know that causes cancer? But you so stupid that you keep smoking. But they built a school. Yeah, but you're ingesting the negativity. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that causes what you see with the younger kids. The
Cycle.
younger kids think that, I'll be a hoe, not an architect. At least you had different. You had the hoe. You had different choices. The basketball player, the doctor, the lawyer. Now you just got that hoe. You see what I'm saying?
You know what? It goes to even remember the movie Indecent Proposal?
Yes.
I remember it?
Yeah. So, all right. So the crazy thing about it, the power of money was able to make this woman, the wife of this man, because of their situation, I want your wife for a night, for a day, or whatever. I'm going to give you $1 million, or whatever like that. How many people here that's married would have did that?
No, not me.
And it wasn't the wife though. It was the husband.
It was the husband. It was
the husband pushed
first.
it, and then when the wife was like, "Oh, you're gonna sell me for $1 million," then she did it. Right? But it was him. He's the actual.
But you know what?
And then got upset about it. But no, I would never in a million years.
If you showed that movie to a millennial, they'd be like this. What's
wrong?
In other words, listen. Let me tell you why that movie wouldn't work. We were shocked. Oh my God! Look what happened. Millennials is like, can I get $2 million?
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
You're right.
In the time that we became middle-aged and old men, right? Millennials do transactional things for sex. Their life is transactional.
Yeah.
I get money if I do this. There's no thought of
get the bag.
I get the bag. Tell me I'm lying. That's why they call us old men and you out of touch, Dawood. Millennials don't even see anything. There's no such thing as an indecent proposal. Don't you see? Every proposal is acceptable because it's the bag.
Over the dollar. So about the money. I gotta get this money. Money, son. And that's the mentality. But see, this is what's happening with what we're seeing now.
Yeah.
The images we're seeing on television and in the movies or whatever like that. People, they do whatever, man. Okay.
They're pushing all kinds of agendas.
Or whatever. Think about it, right? Even Mimi, right? So Mimi from Love and Hip Hop was a business owner, right? Business owner. She actually, she had money without Love and Hip Hop.
Yes.
Feel me?
Yes.
So whatever made her want to take a produced sex tape
that was allegedly fakely, it was. I didn't know about it.
It was produced sex tape and put it out there and make money. Whatever in her mind, say, okay, I'm going to set money.
Yeah.
And Vivid's going to put it out now. So basically, you went from being a legitimate business owner to a porn star.
And she was hating that.
What was Mimi's business?
And she actually owned I think she owned a laundry. Right? She owned a laundry mat or something. I think.
Okay.
I think a salon. I'm not sure. Whatever. But my whole point is this is the power
of the dollar,
and this is what's happening. This is what happened. Like you said, pimps and strumpets.
Yeah, pimps up, hoes down. It's actually hoes up, pimps down. Actually now. But let me ask you a question. If you married a woman that used to be a prostitute, but she still is one, not used to be, right? Because a former hoe is the best person you could ever have in your life. is a retired hoe because they know the game, they loyal to this and other.
And they can teach you.
And they can teach you and they can protect you and watch out for you. Can you imagine, not none of y'all, but you a man and you married to a current hoe? Who in the hell could respect that? But see, that's what's happening. Who could respect that your wife now is a hoe or your man now is a hoe? Meaning, not just sexually, but just in general. You're for hire. Now you want to talk about lifting the community and being taken seriously when that's the energy that you bringing. Now you want to justify that? Huh?
Like what idiot would
okay, so
do that? Like
I mean, take a look. You saying what idiots would do that?
Yeah,
right?
I'm saying that if you knowingly know that this is what this person is doing.
I'm not just talking about sexually.
Okay.
Right? The whole culture, which is you give me money.
Yeah.
And I listen.
Well, see, that's just that's just a hustler. Then y'all just hustlers then.
And we're gonna transition into the next topic.
We didn't even get to you know what? That's just about. We not even on any of the topics yet. We went off the clip.
The whole thing. You know what? But
hoes are fun to talk about. So if you say hoe, I'm gonna talk about it for 15 minutes straight. Go ahead.
No. But
it's good conversation.
We was relating it to business.
Yes.
No, but what I'm saying is, okay. Now be quiet. Let me tell you something. You have ethics and standards, or you don't. The end. We could push on there. You either got ethics and morals, or you don't.
Yeah.
So if you don't have ethics and morals, you can't complain about the game.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. All right, let's go.
No doubt.
And if you just joined us, this is the Man Cave Morning Show.
Yes.
You know how we do sometimes.
And the hurricane has just blessed us.
You see, we just blew into the building.
Literally.
The hurricane.
Absolutely.
Woman in white.
One of the things I wanted to discuss, man, this is crazy because I thought about how would we handle ourselves, right? Especially in our city.
Yes.
If the whole entire police force quit. Like how we handle ourselves. So you heard what happened in Boston, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so I run the clip. You gotta read this. I couldn't put up the clip.
Okay.
Because it was owned by ABC. Right?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Let's get it.
I'm just curious, like what would we do in the city of Plainfield and the entire police force just quit, or like a city like Newark?
Answer truthfully.
Newark.
Answer truthfully.
Yeah, what would happen? I'm just saying, what do you think would happen, people, if your entire police force where you live just up and quit? Said, peace out. You know, our conditions are terrible in this and that. We're not dealing with it. We out.
It would be the purge. In
Northeast
Orange, my area.
What?
If the word went out,
yes,
that there was no police on the street, criminal activity will exponentially
ramp up 1,000%
and increase. Period.
Yeah.
The end. No conspiracy needed.
I think in a city like Newark, if something like that was to happen, or just that area, like I just think that like they would call it a National Guard like immediately. You can't have a city of that,
but they would have to.
Like that, the state troopers took over. They took over or whatever.
Yeah.
They was like, we're not going to leave. They made a statement, made sure they made the other officers that quit feel bad. They was like, well, we're going to take over. We're going to handle this because we don't want to do this to this community. Whatever. We'll protect and serve y'all. And whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Well, they're also state troopers. They're not the local police.
Right.
So if you look at what the grievances weren't anything that were unjust. I mean, the grievances were legitimate to me.
Agreed.
If I'm supposed to be out here protecting and serving and dealing with the negative element, I need to make sure that I feel safe. I need to make sure I have a car that's running.
Right.
My like the stuff that they're saying
protect me.
I mean, and it's a small community. So, like I said, 4 police officers. So, you guys can't get that.
Can you
stuff
imagine
for
going to get into your squad car and it don't start? So now you got to get out of your squad car and get into your personal car. Like, no, did you call the police?
Yeah,
that's retarded.
And
I stand with those police officers.
Pull up in the minivan.
I stand catching the Uber. Talking about freeze.
Like, or you trying to call for backup and your radio just cuts out.
Your radio just cut out.
I mean,
I'm with the police on this one.
I mean, so I
I'm
get
with those officers.
I get the state troopers trying to make them feel bad,
With their
but they
state
work exactly. I'm about to say they work for the
state
state.
troopers
I'm
is-
sure they have everything that's state of the art.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
State
So
troopers work.
How about you guys look to get these people what they needed? You guys are the state, so I'm sure that you have everything that they needed. You can get them the bulletproof vest. You can get them the
Absolutely.
working cars. You can get
Do
them
you
the
know
working radios.
The state troopers could have been like, take them 4 cars.
Yes.
Take them 4 vests.
Yes.
With no sweat. If they really wanted to help them out,
Yes.
state troopers like take because state troopers got it.
They have it.
They have it.
No doubt. So you know. So okay. So we
I
saying
think a larger town.
What the officers did was the right thing.
I think what they did
I
was
stand
right.
with the
Yes,
officers.
I stand with them in that
So
also.
they ain't leave the city hanging. You don't think
The city left them hanging.
Let the city left them hanging. Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
That's the way I see it. I mean,
Trust me.
Let's be real about it though. So we're residents of that township, right? And we know that these officers who are here to protect and serve us are lacking these things, right?
Right.
And if we do nothing about it, we let them down. We can't be upset with them for saying, "Hey,
I agree.
I don't feel safe to come out here and risk my life for you guys every day." You know, because I have a family too. I want to come home to my family. Like I think everybody in this world, when they go out to work, whatever their job is, you know, the end result is to make it back home. Right. So if at the end of the day you don't feel that is not possible every day just because of these conditions, I'm sure that this wasn't the first time. If they all quit, that mean that they went through some avenues first to try to get this
Absolutely.
stuff. So let them down. Absolutely not.
Small towns should take care of their police and fire because
Yes,
everybody
but you
knows
need them.
everyone else. So if I would have had to embarrass the town by making a GoFundMe to fix the alternator on my cruiser, I would have did that.
Right.
No, I'm for real. Like I would have publicly been like on Facebook, like, "Yo, my cruiser don't
Now
even
that's
work."
where a GoFundMe is warranted.
For real.
That's
And-
when one is needed.
Instead of, but I do understand why they left. I'm sure that but I would have shamed them by publicly saying,
Yes.
I'm an officer that wants to protect and serve, and my car is the alternator is gone.
No.
I'm gonna go fund me that.
What happened with LeBron James, man? What did he
Yes.
do where he should be?
Man, let me tell you
held as a
something.
hero right
national
now?
hero
This
right
man
now. Yeah.
brought some land, and on that land built a school.
A
Right?
free school.
And so that, let me just say, in my opinion, is what makes him the greatest.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, take basketball out of the
right.
equation.
That's why when the argument of Michael Jordan, LeBron James,
Yeah.
LeBron is the greatest.
Building schools versus building
Period.
jails.
Right. You see what I'm
And
saying?
selling sneakers.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So from what I heard, with this school is free tuition,
Yeah.
free uniforms, free bicycle and helmet,
For
Free
everyone.
bicycle and helmet.
free transportation within 2 miles.
Free
Damn.
transportation.
Free breakfast,
Free breakfast.
lunch and snacks.
Free lunch.
Food pantry for families.
family.
Food pantry.
GEDs and job placement services for
My
parents.
God.
Guaranteed tuition to the University of Akron
Right.
for every student
Jesus
who
Christ.
graduates.
Man is the greatest.
I want to go to this school.
Man is the greatest. So can I ask you a question? That's one man.
Exactly.
You mean to tell me other people that have corporations, one man just put the town on his back?
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that Nike can't do that? Reebok can't do that? You follow what I'm trying to say? That's one person coming out of his own pocket to say boom. But as a corporation, you as a star, you can't be like, yo, Lope, jack the corporation to get them to do that?
Well, LeBron just single-handedly, like you said, by himself, just, put the...
Let's
take this call first, and I'll make my
Okay,
statement.
let's see. I'm going to be on the button. Caller from the six...
by himself.
Caller from the 681.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway.
As I was saying,
Right.
LeBron James has single-handedly shown that what I've been saying for years can be done. like you just said, that he's one man. He's one wealthy man.
One person
who did all of this on his own, out of his own pocket. This is what I say. How if we get these celebrities together,
right,
who mince all of this money, like we can take care of world poverty. You know, you can take care of homelessness, like any social or economic issue that we wanted to tackle. We could do so if the wealthy of the world came together and decided they want to do that. Listen to what this man just said. Pull that up one more time for me. Let's read through that one more time of everything that he's doing. This is all.
This needs to be talked about
by himself.
This needs to be all over the media.
Man is the greatest.
Free tuition to the
greatest.
School. Free uniforms. Free bicycles and helmets. Free transportation. Free breakfast, lunch, and snacks. Food pantry for the families. GEDs and job placement services for parents. Guaranteed tuition to the University of Akron for every student that graduates. So this man is basically saying, I'll take you and your family, not just the students.
Right.
But I'll take the students and their families
and change your life for good.
And will change
forever.
your life forever.
That's
all you need to do is come
Just show up
and do your part. That's all you got to do. And I'm going to give you free stuff. I'm going to give you a bicycle. What kid do you know that don't want a bicycle and a helmet? So for that alone, they're going to come to school.
The thing that sticks out to me the most that I love is when he said the food pantries for family, because
so
you know your kids go to school, right? And if families are suffering at home, they can also have food at home. So and I think that's amazing.
So he's making sure not only that the student comes to school and gets fed, but when he goes home,
they're taking care of
the
as well.
family could be fed.
So
absolutely,
like how great. Excuse me, I'm sorry, just 1 second. But how great and how selfless of a man it is. And I'm not even a big LeBron fan, but I am a fan of this LeBron doing this, because hands down, by him doing this, he's done more than, like you said, these politicians out here doing, all these other big corporations, and he's doing this single-handedly out of his own.
He transcended beyond sports.
So
yes,
if we want to talk about celebrity, do you know that the civil rights movement was financed by Sam Cooke, Bill Cosby, Sidney Poitier, etc. These were the top black stars at their time that put their money directly in. That's number one.
Yes.
Number two, all of my idols.
Giving back.
All of my idols. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Muhammad Ali. You remember what they did? Jim Brown. What did they do? Skirt! Right? So I've seen it done before. The question that I have is, why isn't it being done now? Right? We have done that. Like, the civil rights movement affected the world, and it was financed by black celebrity. Now, what do black celebrities do now en masse? They might give a little here, but they might give a little there.
Yeah.
But you don't see that type of loking up now than you did then. You do have the LeBron James, you do have the Oprah Winfrey, etc. But all of the stars that we look up to, all of Ali, Jabbar, Brown, they were all that. Whereas now you don't see that much anymore. You see what I'm saying? I'm not taking away from LeBron. That man is the greatest. From Ali, he's the and you know what? And I'm not saying. And Prince did a lot of that. To be quiet, he was in computers and schools and all that other stuff. Right. So why don't we see it now the way we did then?
But see, the thing is,
we do. Jay-Z with the water prices over there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's out there. Beyonce and you know, even with Drake and whatever, it's there. But the thing is, it's not that we don't see it. It's that they don't publicize it as much. Is that the media don't go crazy with it like they do other things. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the problem is. They suppress it. You know what I'm saying? They suppress it more. So it's even like Bill Cosby, right? Here's my whole thing. Here's my thing, and I gotta say this. With all the heat he got, you know what I'm saying, for his behavior, you know, on the sexual assault stuff and whatever the case may be, which is totally wrong, 300% wrong. But on the flip side, he has done a lot. He has done
single-handedly changed.
He has done a
by
huge
himself
amount to help people as well.
God knows he has.
So when people attack this man, because, you know, the thing is, what I've learned and what I was taught, even by my mother and my aunts, you don't attack anybody for a sickness. You help them. right? So even though, listen, because we know if Bill was doing these things, if he was doing these things, he's being accused of or whatever like that. You know, you got to equate that really to a sickness and a mental health issue more so. If you think you need to drug women to get sex or whatever like that, or this he has, you know, you got to equate that. Why not? Because there's plenty of Caucasian Americans that have done some sick things and they equated it to what?
Mental health issues.
Okay.
It's always mental health.
All right. So now, going back and getting back on topic.
Yeah.
Now, Bill has helped a lot of people through school.
Single-handedly.
Yes.
Colleges and this, that, and
scholarships,
homeless and this, that.
Yeah, he's done
huge amount of things. We haven't heard about that all. Jay-Z has done a lot. Fat Joe has done a lot.
Yeah.
When Trump turned his back on Puerto Rico, Fat Joe led the way to get food supplies food out there, to get money out there. You know what I'm saying? To get supplies that they need out there in Puerto Rico. But you don't hear about it a lot.
I want to add
on the news.
I want to ask you a question. Individual acts of what's the word?
Selflessness.
But when you give money, you're rich. What is that term called?
What you mean, like humanitarian?
Okay, individual acts of humanitarianism, right, are great. Here's the question I have for you, because you said it's not publicized. Back then, those individuals doing those individual things came together and publicly professed a movement. Movements are more powerful than Jay-Z building a water thing here and this one doing that. So I'm asking you is there a reason why movements aren't started? Meaning Jay-Z, Oprah, this one, that one, coming together en masse to say, you see all of these celebrities. Yes. You started a school. You did a water treatment plant and this and that and the third. But back in them days, they did that, and it was, we represent a people and a movement. That's what I mean by what I'm not seeing now. Of course, you're saying that it's out there. Are you saying that it's under publicized? Because last time I checked, the civil rights movement was publicized to be damned in this. It was so publicized that it changed stuff. So you can do individual things, but the power is when you come together. And when we think about all of these black celebrities, we think of them individually, not en masse, as a movement.
Here's our problem, bro. Here's the let's do for people and change the world movement. Here's the Kiki challenge. More of us is going to roll with the Kiki challenge. All right, with the ice water challenge, with this, that, whatever case may be. You know what I'm saying? And this is the mentality that we face today. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're going to get with the idiot-ish instead of this. So you would think that LeBron doing something like this, right?
Yes.
You know, would spark something like, okay, now this one's gonna do something like
exactly
this. Now little Uzi Vert, that's a 10. You know, you got $10 million down. I'm at least take 500,000 of my 10 million and do this. Now, you know, Keith Chief and whatever, all these months they have a chance to change and do something good. So even the ones we talking about, Tekashi 6ix9ine, that's popular now, and whatever the case may be, he's big right now because all the kids or whatever is buying his music and whatever, going to his concerts or whatever like that. You figure he would say, here's a chance to correct my wrongs and do something good for people, right? So you think this will be some type of trickle down effect? But no, again, when things like the Kiki challenge is more popular, or when everybody was rocking off the Sogon beat, or Monica's beat or whatever, or when Erykah Badu did that, you know what I'm saying, with the comedian, and then Sanaya Lathan went and jumped on that, and all these whatever, like we jump on the wrong ish. And again, I say it all the time, we glorify the wrong things.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen next is someone's going to try to dig up some form or type of dirt on LeBron.
Facts.
To try to
To
tarnish.
discredit what
Absolute That's what's going to happen. They're going to dig somewhere to try to find something on him to discredit, because we can't have this much positive imagery going on right now. That people are praising him and everyone's talking about it across the media and across the world. And this town will be forever changed. Because of this man's acts, or how can we derail that? And because of the shocking news, so now they want to close the school and stop.
Because he cheated on his wife in 1987, and some old bull crap they're gonna come up with.
Let me tell
that's
you
a fact.
right now. We already know. We talk about it all the time. You talk about it all the time. We already know who's infamous for finding dirt and destroying someone. FBI, CIA.
Yeah,
they've been doing it
forever.
Forever. And what makes us think it's going to stop today?
Okay.
So to counter that, you can't get everybody that's doing good that look like us.
True.
You can't get everybody. You can get some of us, and that's what we have to start being intelligent enough to see what's actually happening, what's being done, and we have to make change. Now, regardless whatever they find on LeBron going forward, it still doesn't take away the fact that this man did some things.
Right. I know
that politicians for years couldn't do, it didn't do, that actors and celebrities for years could do, but never did, or whatever like that. And not taking anything from the ones that did some great things or whatever. But like you said earlier, this man single-handedly did this. He changed that whole area. He changed the whole dynamic of Akron by doing this, right? So now think about it. He has to keep this up.
Yes.
So he has to keep spending his money.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? To keep this thing going.
Exactly.
So who's going to jump behind him from the state of Ohio to say
we're going to make sure that this never stops?
Exactly.
But see, the problem with what you just said, like I said, if something does pop up, see, the public opinion is like the worst thing. Once you're tried in public opinion, like I said, no matter what good you do, like we just said, we just talked about Bill Cosby and all the good that he's done throughout his career, from his young career up until whenever. But the fact that has happened, that's tarnished everything. It's like that's wiped away everything he's ever done positive, from, like you said, sending kids to school or whatever, to his positive show. It's like, oh, Bill Cosby's a rapist, and like you said, I get it. If he did these things, it definitely is wrong. But what people need to understand, and not to justify it, but what people have to understand, when they're talking about what took place, it was a whole totally different era. And that's just what people did.
Okay.
Like I said, not saying that is
doesn't make it right.
Doesn't make it right.
Right.
But that was just the culture. And I'm not saying of him. I'm saying on the other side too. That was the culture that people lived the life.
Strip
not
away.
Not saying it was right.
Everything. Let's strip away everything great you have done.
Yes.
We're known to rewind the tape back.
Because of public perception.
Therein lies your conspiracy.
Unfortunately.
Right? The COINTELPRO, therein lies. How do you break this apart? You don't break it apart with German shepherds and water hoses and all that other stuff, right? You destroy their public perception, right? The CIA, the FBI, or whatever, they come in and they do counterintelligence, right? So, but the solution is, I was thinking about this as you were talking, because I was like, wow, you guys are so right? Number one, we need to acknowledge it and stop calling it a conspiracy and acknowledge that it's a fact.
Exactly.
Organizations are broken up through espionage, the Russians and everything. Like, that's a fact. We have spies.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We got CIA, FBI, whatever. Yeah. And there's a way that you can do things without firing a bullet. Number one. Number two, I do think that I gave us hope, because in the 80s and the 90s, Farrakhan was the worst, most derived, most hated. He's an anti-Semitic. Black people love him.
Yeah.
Now, white people villainize him or whatever, but black people on Mars, what do? They support him. Whereas when I was a kid, we didn't. Right? So it's a fine line of addressing wrongs that we do, but also supporting. Because if you look at Charlemagne, whether he's a fan or not in this controversy, I got to say this. I seen this man take intellectualism in the most unintellectual of places to say, this is a book I read. Here is an author that I am supporting. I'm writing a book here and writing a book there. And you see, now I wasn't there and I'm not supporting rape or nothing like that. You see how systematically we're being brought down. But there's BKS1 now. We see the difference now is with the Alphabet Boys, we didn't have access to media. And now we do. That's why I am hopeful right? Because we can change public perception through our own platform.
Yes.
Whereas before, whatever ABC and NBC said, that's just what it was. But finally, I'm praying and I'm chanting for LeBron. I promise you, I don't want no negative energy, and I'm not calling to him. Trust me, scandal coming, bro.
No, trust me, they digging. They digging.
Oh my
They are
God.
digging as we speak.
Trust me, bro.
They wasn't able really to get no scandal on Obama.
No.
Think about it. As hard as
they tried. Yeah.
They tried.
They still trying.
They tried.
He's not even in office no more.
They tried.
Now what we have to prepare for, this is what we have to prepare for. The way now to shut us up right now, you see, like you just said, you can't do that with BKS. Oh, trust me. There's going to be a way to suppress what's on the internet now.
Oh yeah, they're working on that.
They're working on that right now.
They are. You're right.
There's going to be a way to suppress and shut down. And think about it. If Instagram and Facebook and Twitter start exposing too many things or whatever, and putting too many messages out there that they don't want people to see, I guarantee you it would get shut down. And why you think they're riding Mark Zuckerberg so hard right now? Right now, this man is sweating bullets. I never thought I'd see a billionaire sweat bullets and be nervous about what's going to happen and like succumb to everything that the government is saying to him now because he's scared that it's going to get shut down.
Yes.
Even with the littlest things, like I don't know if you guys have been hearing, but there've been some back and forth talk for a while, even with Facebook and Instagram, that they're going to start charging for the service. Like it's not going to. They've been saying that for a while, but I feel like that's just all in one huge preparation for it to happen eventually. And like they said, how many of us would use it if we had to pay for it? I wouldn't give a damn.
Here's what's going to happen right now.
Going to charge us out of what used to be free.
But here's what's going to happen right now, right? If Facebook ever decided to say, well, we're going to start charging you for the service, Instagram, see this programmers out here and so many computer geniuses, they're gonna create something else that's free for the people to use it. So just like almost like we had that technology. Remember we had it first? We saw Facebook and then we was able to create our own similar and then we just didn't follow through on it. This is when we first was up and running. We was able to follow on a similar technology. And we just didn't follow through on it. But so anybody could come up with a social media platform now and make it free. We just all have to gravitate towards it.
Exactly.
You know, and that's the thing.
You know what? Facebook controls public perception. Just like back in the day, ABC. This is Walter Cronkite in the news, right? The government knows that. So they got to put that boy in line. Because if you get a Facebook blast, you get Me Too, right? You get Black Lives Matter. You get, listen now, the revolutionary act of people all across the world coming together. The government does not want that. So the movements that I have described, which have now been co-opted, I'm not talking about now though. They started how? With a hashtag on Facebook. The government goes, oh snap. You're not watching CNN, you're not watching Fox. So now the government is in a position to say, you got one individual controlling public perception. So now what happens? You go corporate. Now BET gets sold, etc. Right? When you have that type of power, they gotta reel you in or destroy you. And that's simply what you're seeing. Because right now, if a Facebook blast goes out on, I don't know, fire Charlemagne, he's done. Right? So he's controlling the minds of the people, which the government says is my job, not yours.
Now, exactly. But now see how Facebook, the power of Facebook, it controlled the way the election went. Right. So now they're mentioning that now, and Mark Zuckerberg is a key part of the investigation going on.
Really?
You know what I'm saying with Mueller. Yes,
I didn't know that.
Yes, because he has
to going down a rabbit hole now.
He has to turn over all the data to the government so they can finish this investigation.
I didn't know that he was.
And then if they could find out who exactly
manipulating,
manipulated the information, and then who told them to do it, and who knew about that they was doing it. This is how they slowly trying to relate it to the president, to Donald Trump. So trust me, this dude is genius. Mueller is a genius.
Wow.
Oh no, he's a genius. You know what I'm saying? Because he's starting with the bottom up. We're gonna start with the bottom up with these indictments and with these this that working his way up, and he's linking it all together,
putting all the pieces,
and
the puzzle pieces.
And then the key factor is going to be too, not just Donald Trump, but his son.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So this is how they're going to relate it to his dad.
Because
trust
he was a big part of it.
And trust me, it's being done.
But can I say this to you? If you live by the sword, you die by the sword. When Donald Trump, let's rewind the tape quickly. When Donald Trump got hit with grab him by the pussy, let's be real. That was crazy. Grab him by the poom poom. Right now, watch. You got Pizzagate, right? You got email servers. You got Clinton Foundation. You got all of this slew of negative stuff on Hillary, which did what? Which began to sway public perception. Because initially, here's what's public perception. This reality star has no shot in hell.
Yeah.
And what happened?
Hell froze over.
Yeah. Facebook and Instagram. And he still tweets to this day, to go to Norm's point. Now, that beast that you unleashed, Mueller is using against you. Because the man committed treason by saying to Russia, and he even said it. He said, if Russia needs to, remember he came out and was like, Russia needs to look for this and Russia needs to look for that. The same way he jacked the country, right? Mueller is jacked. He was the one that let this cat out of the bag with the fake news media, etc. So now Mueller is systematically Facebook, Instagram, this, that.
Absolutely.
So you living by it. Chicken is coming home to roost, and I'm glad, not sad with the president.
Absolutely. And then trust me, Trump is trying to shut Mueller down.
Yes.
And anybody that's rocking with him, whatever. So that's why he got his lawyers. He got his lawyers on deck right now. You know what I'm saying? They're like, okay, go after this one, whatever.
He's finished.
But the thing is, think about it, man. We almost approaching into his third year, right? So it's August. It's already August now, right? So X amount of months, whatever. Then this man would have done 2 years, and he's going into his third year. So his next year, the focus is going to be getting reelected.
Yeah.
So that's where his focus is going to be. So I guarantee you, next year, watch all the good he does. Right?
Does he doing it?
Well, no, but watch all the good that he tries to do and things he tries to undo and how he tries to appeal to us in his third year. How he tries to minorities in his third year, right? Because he's going to vote for me. What could happen? He's going to need our help. But see, here's the scary thing. Here's the scary thing. We're looking at one of the worst presidents ever that may get elected for a second term because there's no who we have right now on the Democratic side.
I think Bernie's going back up again.
Bernie's too old. Bernie's too old, bro.
All presidents are old.
Bernie's too. It's going to be a scare factor. It's going to be a scare factor. The fact he's too old. And this is why he really didn't get it before. People were saying, "Yo, he's too old."
Here's what I want to say. Watch Trump. Trump is going to throw Republicans under the bus. Republicans right now control everything. Listen. Control everything. Right? They got the House, the Senate, and they just jacked the court. They got the judiciary. They have all three branches of government. Yeah. So now Trump has no enemies. Right? So what's he going to do? Let Democrats be involved? Right? In other words, Trump needs an enemy. So the enemy is with the midterm elections coming up. You're going to kick a whole lot of Republicans out because America's like, yo, this is not cool. Which would leaves what? Him to say, listen, I would do well, but the Democrats control the House. The Democrats control the Senate. The Democrats control. Listen, Republicans control everything. Everything. Oh, yes, everything. The condition of this country now is completely Republican control.
Let's read some comments, and it's funny. We would have went into the relationship stuff.
Politics, let's get it.
If our host would have came.
We kind of needed her for that.
For the political.
Transit was being racist today. He was racist against Latinas this morning.
Let's read some of these comments from Jay. Shout out to JW Piercy on the check-in. Let's read that comment.
He said, yet all of the politicians were in favor of the border wall. They signed the Fence Act in 2006. They are walking back statements now to make people believe they had always opposed it. A lot of the wall has already been built. Got to move down.
Okay.
They didn't finish it
because they ran out of money.
And now Trump is saying we have to pay for the wall, or he's going to shut down the government.
Yeah, I heard that.
Right.
He's talking about he's threatening to shut the government.
Robin Starr said, agree. Mueller is brilliant.
And Mueller, he coming.
DT said they pulled his ace card. What's up, Robin Starr? What's up, DT? Yeah, it's true. Shout out to Dee Dee Graham, Jackie on the check-in. Hey,
Hi, Mama.
what's up, Mama? Jackie
Hey,
D.
flamethrower.
Calling Jackie D. We want to hear that voice.
cannot.
But go, you know what? I just want to touch on what he was saying about the spies in the country. I got a fun fact for you guys. Do you guys remember the Gong Show back in the 70s?
Yes.
You remember, right?
He was an operative.
You do, yes, he was a CIA operative. He was the killer.
Yes, he
like,
was.
That just goes
The
to show you
contract
just how deep that
the guy from the Gong Show
the guy
was a CIA
from
killer.
the Gong Show
That's a fact.
was it is a fact.
That is a fact.
There's a movie
Chuck
out.
Berry.
There's a book.
Yeah, I seen it.
Book
He
that
was an
wrote.
assassin.
He was an assassin.
Being doofy on the Gong Show.
Yes, and that's like that just goes to show you just how when people think that stuff is like, oh no, that can't be
Far-fetched.
true. How far fetched exactly?
Yeah.
No, nothing.
conspiracy.
Nothing is far fetched when you're dealing with the U.S. government and situations. You know what I'm saying? So to think that Russia had nothing to do with it, and this guy keeps on, no, Russia didn't have nothing. But like, I just can't wait till it's all over and they put him in jail. But I do think it's going to happen, but it won't happen while he's in the White House.
Did you hear Giuliani?
I think once he's out of the Giuliani's.
He said Giuliani said collusion is not a crime.
Yeah,
2 weeks ago, you said it never happened. Now you're saying it happened, but it's not a crime.
But how
you
could
said it never
collusion
happened
not
2 weeks
be
ago?
a crime if you're rigging a government election? How is that not a crime?
And they won't come after him when he's out of office. See, the whole thing is he's the president of the United States, and what's that whole term? Diplomatic immunity, right? So that's the one thing he got on his side.
BS.
Diplomatic immunity, right, is going to exclude him from being hit with anything once he's out of office.
So no, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
When they got his son dead to rights for the meeting. Now it's like, well, the meeting. Is he going to stay president long enough to pardon his son? That's my question.
And that's probably what's going to happen. He's going to pardon a lot of people.
Because
I agree.
they're
I
like,
think
there was no meeting. Well, there was a meeting and it wasn't bad. Oh, there was a meeting and my son went and I didn't go. That's what's going on right now. So like, don't look good for Trump. That's all I'm saying.
He's trying to pardon. I think he's trying to pardon himself.
He's trying to
be the first president in history.
If he can get away with it, he
trying
will.
to pardon himself.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know, man. Jesus, do we want to go into the relationship thing now?
Yeah, can we get a little relationship? Or you just
y'all
got a little school here?
Where we gonna go? Where y'all want to go? Y'all want to go with let's see.
We could do the chivalry. We could see what
y'all want to rock with that.
What Kiss take is on that, and what
so
our listeners.
you in tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So that's where the whole time. Make sure you get your ass here on time.
I was up. Don't even get me started.
All right.
Nobody wants to hear my story.
Nobody
It was hell, but I was up.
I want to hear it.
All right. So we deal with that one.
Heard it.
Oh, you want
I
to
already
do
heard
this?
No. Okay, so
go ahead.
Does today's women really respect chivalry and the nice guy?
Absolutely.
Do today's women we talking about?
Today's women.
Do y'all really respect chivalry and the nice guy? Let's go into this. Let's go into this.
I can't speak for all women because I think most women right now are more attracted to what they attract. You get what I'm saying? Like it's not necessarily we're looking for the good guy or we're looking for the respectable guy or we're looking for the God-fearing guy like how we used to. And
y'all just looking for a guy.
Just looking for a guy, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And when I say we, that don't mean that I'm with y'all.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that I see a lot of that, and then in some other cases, there's a lot of women not being able to find that, and then think that there's no hope, so they settle for the opposite attracting kind of thing. But I think for women like me, we still appreciate the chivalry. We appreciate the courting, and we appreciate the good morning phone calls and the flowers and opening the door for me if you want to. Because I still believe in if I get in the car, I'll reach over and open your door before you come around. Okay. So stuff like that. My mom, I don't know. My mom raised us differently, so she always raised us to think like if you go on a date, it's okay to go Dutch. It's okay to you know, to offer, even if the person did ask you out. Then there's some girls that go, well, what the hell you pull out your money for? He told you he was taking you out to dinner, so what you paying for?
Now
you know what I'm saying?
Here's what I think about
so it
that
depends.
BS that you just said.
Oh, wow.
All right.
It's BS.
Yeah, here's what I think about that BS that you just said.
All right.
I've heard you many a time say, oh, yeah, he's nice, but he's just not my type. Yeah,
but
he's nice,
what did I
but
say
he's just
after
not my
that?
type.
What did I say
Oh,
after
yeah,
that?
he's nice, but he's just not my
But what
type.
did I say?
What?
Just because I said he's nice doesn't mean he has to necessarily be my type. When I say I want a nice guy, I want a nice guy that I'm attracted to.
Yeah,
I want a
gotta be
nice guy
attractive, yeah.
that makes me laugh. I want a nice guy who's not gonna force feelings on me. I want a nice guy who's not going to try to force me to feel and way about him that I don't feel. You get what I'm saying? I know a lot of amazing guys, but certain things there's certain things about that person that kind of make me fall back to say, that's like if you weren't married and you met a girl and you're like, oh my gosh, she's beautiful, she's intelligent, she has a job, she pays for stuff when we go out, she helps me out with bills, she does this, she massages my back, she caters to me, right? But if she nags too much, or if she tries to force you to hang out with her friends, or she tries to rush into things or whatever, things that you're not used to, you're gonna say she's dope, but she's not my type. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't take what I said and make it all a literal thing.
So one of the things
my black Trump.
one of the okay, so let's talk then. Let's talk.
Yeah.
What attracts women though? See,
That's-
now let's
wow,
wait a
that's
minute.
broad.
Wait a minute now. That strong man, the little roguish man, the little rough around the edges. See, rough around the edges could also denote a little disrespect, a little yell, a little scream. I'm going to say, right, from my experience, that a lot of women out here don't like chivalry, and I'm not saying
I
kiss. I'm talking about from as a man that's on the thirst. A lot of women are not attracted to nice guys. I'm just keeping it. See, I am a nice guy. I'm talking about mine. You talking about your experience? I'm talking about mine. And
Women are not attracted to.
Caller from the six. Caller from the 646.
Yeah, we're gonna cut that
All right.
out.
Go ahead. Will.
And so I definitely have had to change my natural behavior, because my natural behavior is, what can I do for you, my queen? Now, whatever you like, my queen. My natural thing is, for someone that I'm involved with, is to just give them everything. Okay, if you want a woman, you can't be that way. Oh,
Right.
so sorry. You got to have some earnest. So it's like, I just know what I know. Women can say whatever, yakka. I see what they do. I see who they're with. I see my friends that are good dudes, right, struggling, and I see jerks with tons and tons and tons and tons of women. That's just what I see.
Right. But then you have to look at it like this. The same way there are a lot of nice guys who can be a-holes. There's a lot of good women who could be asshats. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna find something negative in somebody all the time. Nobody is perfect. I don't think any of us strive to be perfect or to have this perfection. I know I don't. But I'm one of those girls that I like a little bit of both. I love the gentleman, but then I love somebody who's headstrong. I like the nice guy, but I want some place when I'm wrong. I like the sweetheart who's gonna bring me roses, but I want somebody that choke me and be like, "What you want tonight?" You know what I'm saying? Like I like a little bit of both. But
I didn't say that. She did.
I did. I said it loud and clear. But my thing is, like, at the same time, yeah, I want you to be nice, but I'm gonna expect you to be an asshole. Sorry, at one point or another, the same way you have to expect me to be a bitch as sometimes. You get what I'm saying?
You to be an ass. Go ahead, Pete.
Listen, that's the.
Just saying, a little bit of both. You're not gonna get perfection out of everybody.
Who the fuck knows what these women?
Let me ask you a
Listen to these
question,
women, man.
Sis, Kiss.
Yes.
So what if you met a guy, right, and he was everything that you wanted? He was, like everything that you're looking for, except for he wasn't like super attractive. Not that he's butt ugly, but he's.
Oh, I've had that.
Okay, then you probably gonna
because you know what it is. 'Cause I don't go for looks. That's one thing.
There you go.
I've never ever, and I know Leah, people can attest to that. I've never been the type to say, "Oh, I want to date him because he's fine." You know what I'm saying? I've dated. And I've been with different types of guys, and people were like, "Really, you're with him?" You know what I mean? Because they were, they looked like they were too young, or they were too young, or whatever. But I'm for personality. I'm for, background, like how were you raised, you know, things like that. And sometimes that don't even matter. You know, I had one that was raised right, went to church every day, but he was a moron. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's just one of those things where you just have to find balance. Like I said it I think it was like last week when I mentioned the meme that I put up. I actually passed an amazing guy up, right? But it wasn't because of any things that he did that I didn't necessarily like per se. It was more so me looking at myself and saying, I can't. I'm not ready. Not am I ready? I'm not ready for somebody like that, because whatever all these things that he wants and he's looking forward to, because he's never had these things yet, I can't offer.
I got you.
Women are attracted to strength, and some women view chivalry as weakness. So if a woman perceives you as weak, she's going to cancel you. That's why I have the supposition that I agree with Norm. That's a fact. A lot of women are not into chivalry because they falsely equate it with weakness. Power is power under control. All this rah 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 rah. The power is that you're in control of yourself, not expressing it. But women look for the person that can outwardly express that. What are they outwardly expressing? Aggression, and sometimes aggression turns to abuse. Whereas a person that's not outwardly and aggressive, right? Some women think that means that you're not strong. Or I expect a little chokey choke. No, let's keep it right. So the spice that you talking about the spice that you want is negative behavior. And that negative behavior is translated into strength in the society that we live in. To be strong is to be negative. To be weak is to be positive. That's why women is attracted to that, because they think it's strength.
But that's the side. That's the reality. Like I think for most of us, even for you men, I'm safe to assume, I guess, as married men, right? You want your wife to be a little bit of both. You want her to be a lady. When you go outside, I want you to just act accordingly. When I come home, I want you to be my freak. I want you to do all these things. I want you to play dress up. That's, you know what I mean? That's the type of things that I want to do for the person that I'm with. But if you can't reciprocate that, or if you get boring after I meet you and I think you're the most amazing thing since sliced bread, then once we get deep into it, it's like, who the hell are you now? You know what I mean? So people change face too much nowadays, and I think that the real reason is that a lot, and I have to say it, I might get kudo points taken, don't care. A lot of women right now are looking for the wrong things. Like I heard when I was stuck on the damn train coming, I heard you guys saying chasing the bag. Everybody's chasing the bag.
That's what you're talking about before you got here.
And the problem with a lot of these women now, and they want to cry about it later, is that y'all too busy chasing the bag and men are in bags. You get what I'm saying? You can have your job, you do your thing, you make your money, but why are we more attracted to a man because of what he can provide for us? Exactly. I have a huge issue, and I've argued more with guys that I was with about spending time together. Why aren't we more intimate? Why are we not, walking and taking walks and just having more communication? But yet when they had the other women that were, I need this and I need that, long come, you know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with men. Sometimes y'all attracted to the wrong broads that want to drain you and suck you dry, and then when you realize it and you realize that your pockets are hanging out with no lint, now you mad because what did I see in her? Now it's she's this, she's that.
Now
you're this and
this
you're that.
actually came from a broad.
Wow.
You got me saying broad. That's not good. That is not good.
Let's read this. This came from a woman.
Can we bring back men taking women on real dates, opening the car, bringing flowers for no reason?
Do y'all really want that?
Okay.
Honestly, I don't care if you don't open the door. I got a hand.
What's a real date?
Wow.
No, you did not.
What's a real date?
No, you did not. What's a real date?
I'm not saying you.
No, you did not.
No, I did not. I'm talking about that.
What's a real date? Okay, open.
What is a real date?
A real date is anything a real date is a real date for me. I have to speak for myself. Can be you calling and saying, "What are you doing tonight?" And I say nothing. Okay, you want me to? Maybe I can come over, bring some wine, we'll watch a movie. To me, that's a date.
All right.
Even if I'm married or if I think anything I'm trying to find the word. Anything that consists of me spending time with my man, to me is a date.
You know what I heard from a lot of women? This is pre-marriage. I heard from a lot of women, don't bring me no flower. I don't like no flowers.
I love flowers.
Bring me a check.
I love flowers.
I heard bring me a check or
how to put a check.
Somebody actually said that to you?
Yeah, I don't want to flower, but I heard that from a lot of women today. They're like flowers. A lot of women is not even feeling that.
I love flowers. You know what I love most? What I used to love.
I think it's corny.
I love absolutely, because my mom always had flowers now. So when I get flowers, that's like a huge thing for me. And I love cards. But I think one of the biggest things that gets to me, like if you're living with somebody and let's just say your man gets up and has to go to work before you have to leave the house, and you wake up to like a little note, like, hey babe, you know, had to leave, didn't want to wake you up, love you, see you later. That right there sets my freaking soul on fire. I'm sorry. It's little things like that. So you used to do things like that.
I used to.
He said used to.
You want real talk from a man?
No,
I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest.
Let
Let me tell you the dude that I was. Right?
Wow.
That I was.
That's why he's wearing camouflage. He's a savage now.
And the dude that I was, and the dude that I miss. All right. So now the dude that I was the dude that was making lunch every morning for my wife. The dude that I was would slip a little note sometimes in the lunch.
I remember you told me that.
Right? The dude that I was used to do things like that, right? But sometimes, this is with anybody, I'm not saying just me.
Right.
When you do things like that and you feel as though it's not appreciated,
I feel you.
And then maybe you start being taken for granted, you know, or whatever like that, or the person reacts in a way like you would think, like you would want them to react, oh my God, babe, that was, I love you, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Whatever like that. And they react like, I was about to eat my candy, whatever. I seen this note. You know, I'm just saying. No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying. In general,
no, he talking true.
No,
in
general,
but you know what? I can't even lie.
It makes
your feelings over here.
No, and that's why I said I was being sarcastic when I said used to, but I get it, because a lot of women they'll express that they love these things, but after a while it's oh, he's still doing that. It's not enough now. Why is it not enough?
Let me finish this. And it's funny because me and my wife had this conversation. No. we had this conversation before, whatever. No, but listen, I enjoy doing that. That was something I look forward to the mornings, right? Just to do that, whatever, or maybe hit it. But sometimes
she's making lunch.
You know what? No, but listen, sometimes, and I get it. Workflow takes over, job takes over, health or whatever. Where you don't acknowledge the things you should acknowledge, and you don't appreciate it to the point to where you would miss those things if they stop or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it like that was the me that I miss, that I love or whatever like that.
Please make a lunch tomorrow.
And I'm just
and give her a note.
I'm just saying.
For me.
No, listen.
So,
but I'm just saying, because just like she would do certain things too.
Give her a hug. You need
Shut
to
up,
hug.
man.
You need to hug.
Get off me, bro. Get off me. No, but I'm saying, listen. Get off me. Listen.
Stupid again.
She had like her. See, to be fair, I'm gonna be fair about it. She has her own way of her just doing things like this, like this. See, that's what I'm saying. Let me finish before you think I'm going to attack.
Yeah, she's heading to the ass.
So what I started noticing about her, like right before our anniversary, right? This shit. She bought me this dog tag right there. She bought her one that said the opposite. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And like things like that.
And what does it say?
Or like a little bracelet. You know, I don't wear the bracelet no more because it turned my arm. I mean, it didn't turn my arm. I mean, the bracelet. You know, it just started whatever. But
Jesus,
we're gonna talk after the show, big bro, man.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
You think I'm trying? No, but listen. Listen, what I'm saying it was a beautiful thing.
Yes.
No, it was a great thing. Yes. Before whatever, it was a beautiful thing. So it's funny because I wear this now, right? Because I'm like, okay, this kind of show tells me
and reminds you.
Right. Yeah, about her,
right? You know remind you
about her,
how much she loves
which is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? But still, I missed that part about me, and doing those things when they were appreciated. You know, because I did see when they were appreciated.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? But things do stop, and I get it. Everything don't stay the same. And I get it.
If I may,
yes, I'll let you first. Go
okay, if I may, to go back to something said earlier about what women expect and what they appreciate. Do you know you can have a good man and he's boring?
Yep.
And you can get an exciting man and the woman will leave a good man for excitement.
For the moment.
Wait a minute now. See, we got to go back.
Y'all little instigators on the West. All y'all just instigate.
So so when you talk about chivalry and what's right and what's wrong, forget a person. Women will do what's not good for them for excitement. Right. Wait a minute now. Which makes the good man go, I'm good. I did this. I tried. I did my best. I get left. I get this. I get I don't like that. Maybe if I do something different, I'm going to get different results. Oh, let me get a little bad. Let me get a little roguish. Let me get a little bit of that. Or it may be the case where the woman leaves the good man and she comes to her senses. Now she tries to come back. Some men might say, I don't want you back. Other men might be like, come on back. Now, once you come back, you dealing with a different man now.
Yeah. Exactly.
Now, check this out. It ain't about what you want. Because, see, I see how you behave. I don't give a damn
but
about what you say.
The same thing applies for you.
I know
for
it
y'all
does.
too.
I know I did that, but I'm talking from the male perspective. See, I know what you say.
Cave Morning.
You're talking from a male perspective of a good guy that gets rejected.
No, let me just finish. I got you.
Yeah. I get you.
Women say this and act that. They say this and they act that. Now, as a man, right? What you gonna do? You can go by what they say,
or what they do,
or you can go by what they do. So it's to you. You better get some spirituality and decide what are your principles and what you can accept and what you can't. Right? Because if you're rolling with some women with their emotions, here today, gone tomorrow, say left now, say right then, say I hate you, say I love you, where you going? Get out my face, you make me sick. If you're living your life based upon that female energy, you're sunk. You sunk.
Sunken.
Sunk.
Yo, but look, real
You'll
real
never
talk.
survive.
See, you think that's what I'm saying? Like while y'all was making jokes, when I'm explaining, I'm just using it as a parallel because we already had this conversation.
Yeah.
So I know where our head is with it. I'm using that as an example. It's a radio show. Anyway.
Yes. She got it. She know.
But no, real talk. No, but real talk. But see, if I were to be real, like I used to also go meet her at the job a lot for lunch, right?
Yeah.
Because and whatever when I was doing little stuff at there for my boy Dave and everything like that. And it's like when I used to hang around with her, like I miss that. But the thing is, I know she don't miss it because I don't get the call to be like, hey, babe, come meet me for lunch. Or let's go out to lunch today or whatever like that. So I know that's not where we, not saying in a bad way. Guess that's not where we're at.
No, it's not even. It's not even that.
Reinforced. You're going to stop doing the behavior.
And it's not even that. And it's not even to even speak even on you and Sandy Boo. It's people in general. I think just relationships in general right now. Once you conform to a certain thing,
routine.
People feel like they get stuck there.
Yeah.
And my whole thing is like people can't come. Oh, I missed this, I missed that. Oh, well, I used to do it. She used to do this. At the end of the day, because you're in control. Yeah. You get comfortable. People get comfortable. The same way, when you're in a relationship, you meet somebody that's, oh, he's so sweet. He's this, he's that. Then all of a sudden, what happens? He or she gets comfortable. Oh, she lazy now. Oh, she don't want to do whatever. Because men have a certain standard. You know what you want. You like what you like. And you're gonna get bored. The same way men go. I'm pretty sure all men want an exciting woman. The same way that they want somebody who can lay the hell back and just chill out. Yeah. We don't want to be at the club every day. A lot of women don't, especially now at my age. I'm not pressed for the club. I'm not pressed to go out. Now, if you say let's go out for dinner, have a couple of drinks, that's cool. If it's an intimate setting, a lounge, whatever, just me and you or whatever, cool. But I'd much rather just be at home. I'd rather cook for the person that I'm with. Get a bottle of wine, just chill out. Because I think that intimacy right now is much more important because when intimacy is lacking, that's when the boredom strikes, and that's when the excuses happen. Because everything, I hate when I hear people say, "Oh, we married and I just stopped." No, you just stopped it. That's a poor excuse for you to say it just stopped. No, you just stopped caring about it happening.
Well, I got you now.
But that's bullshit. That's bullshit too.
But can I say this?
But people say that in regular relationships.
I wish a joker would say that to me. Oh, I'm like,
but you know what?
Oh, yeah.
That's relationships, period, though. You get what I'm saying? Not marriage.
A man that leaves one white rose in a card on the bed every day. I mean, that after a time, that gets boring. Look, if a person is doing it, okay, you taking your wife to the train station every day. I ain't talking about you, but now the person gets to accept it, and after they accept it, they expect it. And once you start expecting stuff, you don't appreciate it, right? So why do I mean about you don't appreciate it? You don't get the positive reinforcement because why? You expect it. So now you're not getting the reinforcement to say thank you, baby,
or act like you happy to see me,
or you have like you see me, right. So as a man, I stopped doing that because it's not being reinforced. Wait, a year go by. Well, he used to, and and for Kiss, it goes both ways for men and women. When a person doesn't feel appreciated, behavior stops. It's quite simple. Facts. But some women, right, want to take that part away and just say, you ain't doing this no more. I used to do it. You didn't support me in it, so I stopped. Or perhaps, now I'm getting personal now, doing the best I can to be good. Jack, a fool, take you from me. I can forget my ego. Listen, I'm the better man, and the better man lost because he's exciting. You follow what I'm saying? Now you want to come back and say, well, it's because you stopped doing this, and well, it's because you stopped doing that. Okay, and it goes, and like I can hear Kiss now. Men do the same. Familiarity breeds contempt. If you don't know how to consistently appreciate your partner through your boredom, because it's not just about you. Sometimes, even though you're bored, you got to be like, for the relationship, I appreciate the same way I hold your pocket to the store and do all the stuff that I don't really feel like doing. For the relationship, I fake it until I make it. But you don't appreciate. You don't really appreciate. You stop appreciating, and that's when you're being disingenuous. That's why I'm yelling as loud as I do, because I don't want to hear that.
No, yeah,
I don't want to hear that from no female.
Like I said, I think for both women and men, like he said, once you start getting to a point where you expect your partner to do something, when you come on, you're like, oh, I just know he's gonna. Oh, I just know it's not called appreciation. No, now it's called convenience. Now it's called I just know he's gonna do whatever. Now you think that you just got him by the balls, and as a woman, that's not attractive. Stop doing that.
And Kiss.
It's whack. And for men to think the same thing, stop doing that. It's whack. Like just be. I don't understand when people gotta do extra ish all the time.
I never will forget when Kiss was like, "Oh, you got me a candy bar." You know what I mean? Whatever you give me, I'm like, thank
I like
you.
candy.
No, but I'm saying,
the hell?
Listen.
I'm sorry.
Somebody give me a gift, right? Somebody give me a gift, and I'm like this.
No.
Women do that all the time.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I'm like, yo, thank you.
You're right.
Look. Even if it is a Buster gift, I'm not gonna let you know. All I'm gonna do is show you I appreciate it. I might give it to Norm like, yo, my girl just gave me a 19 iPhone. You could take one, but I'm never gonna disrespect her feelings.
You know what?
Women, another ring.
I got it.
It's funny because I remember
you don't get nothing now.
It's so funny because I had one relationship real quick. I had one relationship during Christmas. Right, we were living together. He was living with me, whatever. And Christmas time came around, and he was petrified. For some reason, he was petrified as to what to get me. So he's asking my daughter, he's asking everybody around, and she's like, she's simple. Just get her whatever, the thought that counts, blah, blah, blah. So he had to really put his brains because it's not that way. He brought the stuff home. He was still petrified, like, yo, she's going to think that this is whack. He bought me a pair of gloves. It was winter time. It's snowing. He bought me a pair of gloves, these, like, leather gloves that came down with, like, this... like the material that comes down long.
I got
he bought me some Godiva chocolates with chocolate covered strawberries. He bought me a wallet because I was complaining all month, like I keep losing money, and everybody kept saying, "Stop putting this shit in your back pocket. That's why you're always losing money." So he bought me a wallet, and he bought me a Wonder Woman cup. So I'm thinking, so now I thought all these things. Now for the average woman, I'm guessing, I'm not saying everybody, but for some women, they'd be like, this motherfucker really came in here with a pair of gloves, a wallet, a cup. Like I don't have 1,000 cups in my kitchen, and some chocolate strawberries. So I'm thinking, okay, number one, he pays attention to detail.
Exactly.
Number two, he pays attention to detail. Number three, he pays attention to detail. Number four, he listens to me. He knows what I like and what I don't like. So I don't care if it didn't cost $1,000, and it was what I needed. I needed a wallet to put my damn stuff in there. It was cold. I didn't have no gloves. I love Wonder Woman, so I'm gonna drink my tea. I'm gonna drink everything in that. And God, who the hell don't like chocolate covered strawberries? So my thing is just a thought that count. Even if he would have came and said, "Babe, I don't have it. I got you this card." The fact that you sat there and wrote words and wrote what was on your heart in that envelope, that right there would have been enough for me.
But see, it goes, not to cut you off, but see, it goes off the person. Just like, and,
Right.
I don't know if this thing was a fake thing that I seen the other day too, but I seen a thing on Facebook, a video where this guy had taken his girlfriend out to dinner at Applebee's.
No, that was real.
That was us.
real?
We covered it.
Yeah, that was real. We covered it.
We covered
Okay.
it. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
and she's like how
disrespected him.
disrespectful, how ungrateful, how. That's all you can say. Is, you know, my thing is this. For one, if you didn't want to be there, you should have said that from the beginning, right? You don't sit there and wait till y'all done ate the whole meal. He bring you out the cake or whatever, and then you disrespect this person. To that manner like that. Like that just was crazy. But it, like I said, it goes off of the person's psyche. Like you said, you sat there, like you said, this man pays attention. Like, he pays attention to what I need. Versus, oh, did he? Like you said, did he really? So instead of her being happy that this guy took her out to dinner with family, because a bunch of them, they're family and friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe that was what he could afford. And if you didn't like that, then you say that you don't do that. But that's the mentality.
Right.
That's the difference in the mentalities. Like I said, some women that goes off of the topic. It's chivalry dead. Some women look at you like you crazy if you go to open the door for me. I don't need you to open no door for me. I'm independent. Blah 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 blah.
Yo,
Versus
I've seen that.
others sit there.
I'm good. I'm good. I got the door.
Yeah. Like, you know, or it's funny because I always open the door for women. That just me. Like, so I was taught that way, and I do that. So it's funny when I do that for women sometimes, like women I don't know. Like if I'm walking in or out of an establishment and a woman is coming, I will stop and hold the door. And some of them sit there and look and wait for me to go out. Or I'm like, no. And some of them be like, oh, okay. And some of them look at me crazy.
Yo,
like,
I don't know why.
Let me tell you something just real quick, just about saying it, because you use like the simple things. He bought you the cup, the Wonder Woman, whatever. Like yesterday, for instance, right? So yesterday, for instance, when I sort of kind of had a date in myself yesterday. I had to come to the studio, fix something, whatever, and then I went home. I said, let me just get this room right. I'm tired of this room looking this way, whatever, like that. And recently, I just bought a treadmill.
Okay.
Right. So I just bought a treadmill and everything, and I cleaned the room out. And I got the treadmill upstairs because I know Sandy's been talking, talking about, wanting to work out, right. Whatever like that. Got the treadmill, went and put it in the corner and whatever. Opened the door. She was so excited. Just over that, just the fact that I moved it. She seen me have it downstairs in the den. She knew it was kind of heavy. The fact that I moved it into the room and whatever, and that way she can get her workout now. I got her little gym stuff in there, whatever, and so she got basically a little room to work out in now.
Yeah,
and have her TV up there and everything, and like she was so excited over that. So, just like she get excited when I bring her Hershey with almond bars, right?
Oh, that's my favorite.
Same thing. She get excited over that, like, okay, he went into the store, whatever. So that's the flip side. The flip side of things like that. So it's like I see what buttons, you know what I'm saying, need to be pushed or whatever like that, and it's good, and that's what I want her to do, the same thing. See what buttons need to be pushed, whatever, to make me, feel some type of way or whatever. But what I'm learning about marriage and about being in a committed relationship is that you never stop learning about the person.
Never, ever,
and
you never stop learning.
In conclusion, right? I think the word is appreciation.
Yes.
On both parts.
Yeah.
1983, my grandfather, who was a superhero. You remember the hat that had the two clapping hands? You put the hat
Oh,
on?
I had one.
Listen, my grandfather's birthday was the same day as Christmas. So here go my grandfather sitting at the thing with the stupid hat I had on that I brought him because I'm a little baby kid. The dumb Hawaiian tie, right? The soap on the rope, right? And a snow globe. Now, watch this.
And a snow globe.
Now, after dinner, we went to midnight service. And my grandfather wore the clappy hat, the tie with the Hawaiian across it, the soap on the rope, like, yay. Now, you tell me, you going to give something like that to a woman. What? This is my sexism comes in.
Oh, God.
Right? To make Kiss mad. But here go the bottom line. Appreciation. Because right? And now that I'm a father, I've had to rock stupid stuff.
Exactly.
When you turn up your nose at something that someone did from their heart,
Like, yo, I thought about you. I thought about you today,
Man,
and you
Kate
mad.
Morning Show. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
No doubt.
You know what's crazy, and you know the young lady too. When I was younger, I was dating this one young lady, and you know, I've always been smoothie, so I'm a smooth individual when it comes to my women. Whatever I do, you know, so I'm buying her. You know, I always
TJ
take her shopping and buy her stuff and stuff. So she told me one day, she said, "You know what?"
Some new sounds.
She's like, you're too nice. I'm like, I'm too nice. Like, wait, so yeah, you can't be this nice to me because then I'm gonna, and that just bewildered me as a young man. I'm like, well, what do you mean I'm too nice to you? Like that didn't make sense to me. So you want me to abuse you, treat you bad, you know, cuss you out? Like, I couldn't get it. That was the things that you really wanted. Fast forward some years later. You know, she wanted to have a baby or whatever, not by me, but somebody else, and just ran into her one day, and she was like, you know what, I should have appreciated you when I had you, da 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 da. You want to? How about you? You know, I'm staying here now. How about you come by? You know, for dinner, blah blah blah. So like, all right. And I thought about it. I told her I would, but I never showed up. It's fun.
Good for you. Clap that up.
Clap that up.
But I was thinking,
I'm not coming to see you,
like,
Strumpets.
Good for you.
Good for you.
But I was kind of like, I was shocked, but I was like that. She really was like upset or like told me like I'm just too nice of a guy. Now I didn't understand that then. But I guess as I got older, I did. I was like, yeah, chicks like dudes that's gonna mistreat them, and then they cry about it later. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that 300% because you know why? Because it's funny. Once I got married, they come
out the woodworks,
and I'm in Walgreens one day or family got one of them, and I run into somebody, whatever, that I used to deal with very shortly, but like basically for the same reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I wasn't getting locked up every 5 seconds. I was whatever like that. And when we did deal with each other, whatever like that, she used to make references like that. Oh, you just too. I'm not used to this treatment.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, whatever the case may be, right? I get married, ran into this person years later, whatever. Oh, congratulations! You know, I saw you on Facebook, whatever. You got married, whatever, like that. And then she goes, I effed up. I really effed up.
Yes, you did.
And then
why is that?
She's like, well, it's real good to see you. She's like, I really effed up. And
Why
said it like 3 times.
It kept playing in her head.
Gave me a hug. Oh, it's good to see you.
Yeah, she fishing.
So
she fishing.
That made me feel good. That made me feel good.
F you and F you too.
Yes, exactly. That made me feel good. But at the same time, it's like you never know. You know what I'm saying? What you truly appreciated
until it's
until it's gone. You know what I'm saying?
That's a real saying right there.
Gone. You know what I'm saying? And that's the crazy thing about it. You know, and I tell stories about situations with me and Sandy because I'm good. So I'm only telling stories. You'll know I'm not happy about my situation whereas I hate it and I'm really mad about something if I don't talk about it. When I stop talking about it, you know what I'm saying? I just I have to use that as an example.
Yeah, exactly.
Because this is the first time that I truly really been married. Like this is a real marriage. I never was married before.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
In my head.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
You know
Legally, but not technically.
Yeah, but not in your heart.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
L for love.
So, oh wow, we went over time.
It's all right.
Give us L7s a chance.
Yes. We want to thank everybody for joining us on the Man Cave Morning Show.
Great show. Great show.
Yes.
We did a damn good show today.
Yes,
yo.
it was the Man Cave Afternoon Show for kids. But we will be back tomorrow morning.
Definitely.
But y'all waited for me, so I love y'all.
Yeah.
Love you.
Queen has to be
stuff,
on the throne.
Yeah, we cute and stuff.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That's all right. Because look, listen.
Oh God, here we go.
With your newfound riches, you treating the lunch today.
Wait, no, but I'll tell y'all about that story later. No.
With your newfound riches,
I'm buying everybody a drink for lunch.
So I'm gonna clap that up.
Hell of a morning.
No.
So again, we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, get on my nerves.
We'll see y'all tomorrow. And y'all gotta remember one thing. This show is never about us.
It is
always about you.
Because you are the next best kept secret.
Peace and
Wakanda
blessings.
forever.
Love y'all.
Peace, y'all. Love you. NK
Share this
Morning
show
Show.
out with
See you
somebody that
tomorrow.
missed it.
Early. Damn you, transit.
Padiqua time. Padiqua time.
Oh, yeah, for real.
Blame it on the train.
Trust me. You so hot early. I was up when you texted me. I was up like.
Yo, this is Chris Spencer, and you're on BKS1 Radio.
It's your girl Chanel, BKS1 Radio, and I'm here with the beautiful Garcelle Bouvet.
I'm paying you later.
Hey, I'm the queen of comedy some more, and right now you're rocking with BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio Network. I'm here with the amazing Miss Tasha Smith. How you doing?
I'm doing so good. Thank you for coming out.
Yes, yes.
I really appreciate it.
Hello, Denise Boutte. Hey, what's up? Shout out to BKS1 Radio. See you soon.
Brick City's finest, J.D. Williams. I'm in the Savage Podcast Studio, chilling at BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio. I'm here with the legendary Mr. Dick Gregory. How you doing today, sir?
Fantastic, brother, and thank you, and thank you, and thank you.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Jamie Foxx, BKS1 Radio. What's going on with you?
Storming on. This is George Dr. Funkenstein Clinton for BKS1 Radio. They be doing the dog, y'all.
Yo, this is Chris Spencer, and you're on BKS1 Radio.
It's your girl Chanel.